watching Head to Head. I'm Antonina Antosha with UATV. Crimean filmmaker Oleh Sentsov, who has been under arrest in Russia for over 3 years now, celebrates his 41st birthday in prison. Supporters across Ukraine and beyond are holding various events to honor the work of the filmmaker and remind the whole world that Oleh Sentsov is persecuted unfairly. Joining us in the studio today is Oleksandra Romantsova, who is a coordinator of human rights monitoring groups of the Center for Civil Liberties. Hello, and thank you for coming.
Hello.
So, Oleh Sentsov has been detained for over than 3 years now. How is he now? Has he had any contact with his family so far?
Usually he has contact only direct of his lawyer, and it's not so often, really. Usually it's only by letters or by phone, and it's short conversation. With
so
mom.
Visits are basically...
It can be because it's geographically too far from Ukraine. It's in Irkutsk, so it's really far from. It's cold and far. So
do you think it was done on purpose?
I think it's one of the kinds pressure for them. It's don't give them possibility to have a contact with their relatives, first of all, but he is strong. It's so important for us because even in his letter he wrote that it's please don't think that about me like a weak place for Ukraine. I want to be one of the stronger idea why we need fighting with this Russian situation and Russian conflict in Ukraine. So he is strong. He has good health, not like how people can be good health in jail, but he is not have some problems with health and still strong, and really thankful for all letters, for all cards like postcards which people sending him. We are sure that not all what we are sending can be inside of his camera. But we believe that then if you just sending that letter, it means that Oleh watching, and you can like administration of jail can do something bad for him because all people watching him. So it's one of the points why we are asking all people sending letter to Sentsov and to other 44 political prisoners who inside the company let my people go.
Okay, Oleh Sentsov has been sentenced to 20 years in prison. Is there any chance he might get out earlier? In legislation level, no. Because it's not a question of good law and good decision in the court, because it's not because of court, it's because it's political question. It's will be decided in the level Kiev and Moscow, and not in the level in some Rostov war court. And that's why we are asking. That's why our main idea is sending message at international level and make a pressure from international level to Russian Federation, because only in this way we will have a so this is the only way to make
problem.
Russia let all the political prisoners go.
Yeah.
Okay. Ukraine's Ministry of Internal Affairs has organized an event to honor the Crimean filmmaker and is engaging people in the process of congratulating him on his birthday. So what are they doing?
They proposed. Okay, they have installation. It's chair of a chair of film director, and usually it's installation inside of building of ministry. But now they put in outside it and propose the people make a photo and sending it in social nets with hashtag Free Sentsov. But except this action, we have a few meetings. Like in the morning, relatives of all political prisoners make a campaign which call "Look the Eyes Political Prisoners." They made such boards with eyes of their relatives who now are present in Russia Federation or in Crimea, or even in so-called LPR and DPR, and it's in 8 a.m. will be like, because now we have a summit in Kiev, so all journalists going to president administration.
So you wanted press reviews,
yeah,
so that's
sure.
why you organized it earlier.
And we give to president administration our submission about that topic need to be first in the all dialogue, international dialogue between Ukraine and all other world. And one more like ideas how we can celebrate happy birthday of Oleh. It's today was in Marine Park in
view square, they have like a film director like machine, like camera there, and same empty chair. So it's place where we wanna imagine that Oleh coming with us, and that was celebrating of his birthday with a cake, with with a funny hat, and all people who want to say something, and we make a film about that. So, and in the evening in Crimea, like today, I think like a few hours after, in Crimea House will be a film about his process. It's called Process, about his case.
As well as in Odessa also.
Yeah. And
have you seen that movie?
Sure, it's movie about all what happened with Oleh, but from view like if you just look at tell a story, but really scared to tell story, because you are not believe sure we have believing in like happy end, but in process this film you understood that too many evil power is around the Oleh now, and so it's really impressive, really impressive movie.
What is the end of the movie?
It's open end. So because it need to be open, because that story not finished, and we know a lot of good people who started be like a historical figure, like Mandela, who stay in the prison more than 20 years, but they changed the world even inside the prison. So I think Oleh one of them. One of people with such strong character who can change the world, be inside the prison.
Ukraine's Rada had called on the European Union to impose sanctions on people from Russia who are on the Sentsov list. Meaning that those are people who had something to do with Oleh's persecution, with Oleh's arrest and Oleh's detainment in prison. Is that possible?
Sure. It's one of the example. It's a list of Magnitsky. That was like first precedent of such action, and I think it will be interesting because it's so funny. But people who was inside, who is now inside of Russia, they're really scared when you speak with them about GAG, about some international court, because it's not when you are in system and you're just a part of system. It's for you personally. So for them, it's one of the way to push them. Seriously. So I think it's one of the real active, real good idea. And second, for us, we understood that it's really important to create like such platform where we will speak about Crimea at all, like dialogue, because for east part of Ukraine, we have a Minsk process. Good or bad, it's so, but
it's still there.
But it's dialogue about that. But about Crimea, Russia trying to create vacuum of information and any possibility to speak about that. So because our prisoners, first of all, it's a question of occupation of Crimea. Its first question will be open in this platform if it's will be like create platform where Ukrainian can speak independently about Crimea. It's part of Ukrainian, and how we will back Ukraine from Russia Federation. So surely Russia Federation don't want to do that, because started of dialogue. That means that they will actually admit to illegally annexing Crimea. Right? So that's why they're afraid of that. That's why. First of all, we are pushing to do that, and we spoke about that with all our international colleagues in Council of Europe, in OSCE, in UN agency, everywhere.
Do people in Russia, I mean, in just normal Russian society, actually have any idea about Sentsov's case? What is the feedback?
Oh, it's good question, because Russian people, first of all, Russian it's a really huge number of people. That's why we have partners who helped us. We have lawyers from Russia Federation who take our cases of our prisoners, and some of them, like case of Klich and Karpyuk, 7 Russian lawyers trying to come in their case, but they don't give the possibility to do that, and only one of them in Chechnya can do that. So we understood that they like trying to change something, but it's not so many people. It's usually human rights defenders, which organization now in the list of foreign spies or something like this. So they have feeling pressure. I think even more than we are from Russia Federation, and so these people helped us, and these people trying to spread some information about Oleh Sentsov. But usually it's only that media image which create for official Russian media about that it's terrorist group, it's from right sector. So it's
usual
only
propaganda.
Yeah, usual propaganda, but it's propaganda for all territory of Russia Federation, and it started to be like norma. Even people sometimes think about, oh, my TV not always speak about like true or something like that, but they even not understand which level of lie they eating every day.
They are absorbing every day.
Yeah.
Or probably at this point they're not able to verify what is to some point a lie and what is true.
Yeah,
because
that's why it's so important, even from our territory, to spread information in the Russian language. It's funny, but in Russian Federation, not so many people know other languages except Russian. So we need to propose them that our content, but because a lot of people trying to find information in internet, so we need to give them it.
Thank you so much for what you're doing. Welcome. And thank you so much for coming and telling us what you've told us. That was Oleksandra Romantsova, a coordinator of international advocacy. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.